I was talking with Denis about this the other day, and he made reference to this, Native American, quite an old elder, very wise, and he bets something to the effect of, because somebody was getting called out for like not being present or blah 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 whatever, and he's like, when did you leave that state of prayer, and why? Mm-hmm. Like, shouldn't that be our state? Yeah. Every day, 24/7, you're always in that place. Yeah, I think that's what it was. There was a context where like, oh, but you didn't, do your little ritual. And he's like, well, what makes you think I'm out of ritual? I didn't perform this kind of outer thing. He's like, I'm always in that state, everything I do, and for some reason, I get it. Like, foraging can come under a little bit more of attack from people of like, well, how dare you? You're stealing or you're not honoring. It's like, do you do that with every meal? Like when you go to the grocery store, like a loaf of bread is no less sacred than, in a way, a bundle of cedar, right? Like you've pulled from the landscape, and it's, especially when you talk about like farms and industrial agriculture, like way more devastation, way more destruction that happens, to the ecosystem, everything that could have lived there, should have lived there. Like foraging is such a, like you say, a human, like ancestral thing. Like that's partly what I love about it, is like it feels real, it feels valuable, it feels meaningful. I feel more myself and I feel more human when I'm doing that.
Well, it's funny because we'll move on from this in a second, but even the whole notion of foraging being like a class that gets taught, it's a very like modern privileged way of being, because like the average person has never gone foraging. Right. How strange is that? Where do you get your food? Well, I don't know. I just go to Safeway or whatever, and there it is. I forage through the aisles, I suppose. But for it to, it's just become so distant from normal. But it's such a natural, necessary thing. So that's